girls for joining us. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Dominique. I'm Deputy Head Girl and I study English, PE and Politics.
I'm Karishma. I'm also Deputy Head Girl and I'm studying Biology, Chemistry and Maths.
I'm Ginny. I'm Head Girl and I'm studying Maths, English and History.
I'm Emmy. I'm Deputy Head Girl and I'm studying Biology, Psychology and RS.
So these are questions that the Year 6 girls wanted to ask you. So Dominique, do you want to start? So did you dream about being part of the Head Girl team when you were in junior school or when you were younger?
So when I was in Year 7, I mean, you always see the head girls like standing on the stage and you always think, oh, maybe, but you're not really sure. So like, as I got higher up into the squad, I always was like, oh, I want to do it, but can I? So when the opportunity came, I was like, yeah, just go for it and you never know, so.
Ginny?
Well, I remember in Year 6 they had the Head Girl leadership team in Year 6, but you had to apply in Year 5, but I was in America, so in my head I'd planned out the whole letter I was going to write, but I moved country, so that didn't work out. So when I actually got around to it, I was thinking, oh, this is finally my chance 7 years later, which is quite funny.
Karishma, what have you enjoyed most about being in the Head Girl team so far, and what are you looking forward to the most?
I think what I've probably enjoyed the most is working with these three, because we're not all from the same friendship group, but now we've been put together and we work really well together. We enjoy each other's company and we're all bouncing off each other, getting new ideas from each other, and so I think it's something really special and something that we're all really grateful for. What I'm looking forward to the most is probably all of us organising the pantomime, because it's a time when our whole year comes together just to let off steam, have some fun, and sort of enjoy our last year together.
Yeah, it will be fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Ginny, what are your tips for avoiding distractions when you do your homework?
So I would say immediately put your phone away. That seems quite obvious. I'd go to a quiet place, don't do it in front of the TV. And what I do is I put one song on and I tidy up my workspace. I sort out what I need to do when, what day. So by the end of that song, I know what I've got to do, how long I've got to do it, and when the deadlines are. I would also say don't be too ambitious. Don't spend 5 hours non-stop working because your concentration will just dip. So give yourself half an hour, then a 5-minute break, or find what works for you.
That's really useful. Anyone want to add anything to that?
I think organisation is key, like know what you're doing, don't just say, okay, I want to do this, or just know I'm going to do this today, I'm going to do this today, so you don't pile on too much, but you know you'll get enough done.
Yeah, like being sort of realistic about
Yeah.
it. Like Ginny said, not being too ambitious. Don't push yourself, but sort of find a balance.
Yeah.
So you
I
do.
don't expect too much of yourselves. Only do what you know you can do and don't push yourself too much.
Are you all able to study with music on in the background?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, some of you yes, some of you no. Because I find it a distraction, but I know a lot of people can study with
For me, it
music.
depends on what kind of homework it is. So, like, if it's revision, I have to have silence. Like, I
Yeah.
can't have anything distract me. But if it's like, I don't know, questions or something, I can have music.
Similarly with maths, fine, I can have the loudest like rock song on. But if it's I'm reading a history article that's got quite
Yeah.
interesting language, I find that quite difficult. Sometimes
Yeah.
I have to turn it down.
Emmy, what have you learned from your experiences as you've moved through the school?
I've learned to be more confident in myself and to trust myself a lot more. I've learned that at Norfolk College I'm always supported and that I've given the freedom to be exactly who I want to be and be true to myself and don't compare myself to anybody else because nobody else is like me because we are all unique individuals and so I should be proud of everything that I am and try to succeed to my best and be the best person who I am really.
Thank you. Lovely. How do you find time to do your homework and still have time for reading, relaxing, spending time with your friends and family?
So, like I said before, organisation is key. So I think doing your homework the night you get it is like really important because then you can try. You don't have to always be thinking about, oh, I have to do this for then. I don't have to do this for then. You'll get it done on the day, and then you can say, okay, well now I've got this time to read or listen to music or see one of my friends or something.
Adding on from that, I also like thinking, you know, sometimes you're not in the mood, but if you do your homework on the day, it's always a nice surprise on the weekend when you've actually got more time than you think. Or you're having a really bad day and you just want to drink some hot chocolate and watch a film. You've got that time to do that.
But I think it's also really important to cut time out for yourself and don't push yourself too much. Designate a time for yourself to do whatever you enjoy.
Really good advice, thank you. What do you do when you feel stressed?
Well, when I feel stressed, I'd like to do anything to sort of take my mind off it. So whether that be going out, having fun, do something with my friends, listen to music, watch my favourite TV show, because whatever I'm stressed about, those problems are still going to be there, but just take some time away from that, just sort of focus on the main things and just get back to that afterwards.
Sometimes I find it helpful to write it down if there's an issue. Once it's written down, it sometimes doesn't seem as big as it actually is.
What do you like doing in your spare time, maybe all of you?
So I like doing sport in my spare time. I like listening to music just to get away by myself, or going to see one of my friends, or yeah, something like that.
Krishna, anything else?
Yes, well, like listening to music, just doing whatever, just chilling on the sofa and just watching my favourite TV show, like that.
And when I go to concerts and festivals, so maybe when you're a bit older, but I also crochet, which is a bit like knitting, so I'm trying to do a cardigan at the moment, but it's not really looking like a cardigan, but okay.
Spending time with family, walking my dog. I also like doing mindfulness colouring, de-stress.
Who inspires you?
I think family, for me, definitely. I look at my sister, my dad, my mum, and they've all been through so much, and to see what they've achieved, the challenges they've faced, and what they still do for me is so inspiring. So I think if I could at least do half as much as what they have done, I'd be really proud of myself.
I think that my mum is my biggest inspiration. She's my absolute role model. If I could be half the person she is when I'm older, I know that I will have succeeded in life. She always puts her children first, no matter what's going on in her world, and I look up to her so much.
Your parents are going to cry with me.
Yeah, it's saying my parents as well. I think knowing just their mentality of being the best person you can, they didn't have all the opportunities that I have, so it makes me even more determined to make the best out of them, just to do them proud, and to be the best person that I can be.
Thank you. Careers, what career would you like to be? What would you like to do when you leave university?
I think I'd like to be a lawyer. I really like I like watching Suits. I know it's not like that, but I like how you can argue for rights and justice, and I want to do that for people.
Krishna?
I'd like to become a dentist. My mum's actually a dentist as well, so she's sort of inspired me, but I decided to take that route on my own. I mean, I see the way that she works with patients, that patient-dentist relationship, and that's something I'd really like to have when I'm older.
I'd like to be in the civil service in the diplomatic corps, so going all over the world. I think I was inspired by the school I went to. A lot of their parents worked at the British Embassy, and I found their jobs just really interesting.
I'm really passionate about helping other people, so I definitely want to go somewhere psychology related and possibly play therapy or art therapy, but definitely a people job.
And the final question is, where would you like to be living in 5 or 10 years' time? Ginny,
well, since I want to be a diplomat, hopefully, maybe not 5, but possibly 10 years' time, I've been to, and we went on a Rome trip, and I thought it'd be lovely to live in Rome or Copenhagen or Berlin, anywhere. I just want to be living abroad maybe every 2 years, moving around, learning about different people and different languages.
For me, I think it's not necessarily about where I'm living in 5 to 10 years, but sort of who I'm with in 5 to 10 years. Like, you want to be surrounded by the people that make you happy, people that you love, people that you like spending time with. And I think if I get that, I'd be really happy with that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, like what I want to achieve in
Yeah.
that time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have passed my university degree, got a good job, I'm stable. I
Yeah.
just want to be yeah.
Okay. Thank you, girls. Thank you very much for joining me I might have to call on you again at some point. You were brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.